Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Great. This is crazy. I grew up listening to your music like a long time ago.
How long ago?
I'm 28 now. I started listening to you when I was about 14.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, back in like just YouTube days. I'm sorry, I just got to plug my computer in. I should have paid attention to that.
No, you're right. No stress. Just to let you know, we've got about 15 minutes.
That's okay. I have school pickup as well.
So where are you? You're in
Newcastle.
Newey. Awesome.
Yeah. I actually was at your last show here, King Street.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a great venue.
You dragged me up on stage to take that group photo. I was like crapping my pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Anyway, we'll get straight into this, smash this out, obviously. So we'll start off album tour and then move through, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, cool. So your new album, Out of the Blue, drops in July. What can fans expect from it?
It is I reckon it's easily my best album I've done. It's a great reflection of where I was at about a year ago. I was, I think for the last probably 15 to 20 years, I've been pretty lost. Um, in a sense, I've been addicted to prescription pills and partying and just trying to beat that, and also dealing with mental health issues as well. So the last 5 years has been a pretty long battle of me trying to sort myself out and just get on top of everything. And probably about 2 years ago, I really started shifting into a really good place. I started feeling good. I started feeling like I went from living in a life in grayscale to color coming back into it. It was like I started feeling good again. I started feeling like myself, and that's when we really started honing in on this album. Um, and this album is a reflection of that kind of that pivot to and the theme for it for me was very much like um, if you're struggling and going through something like this, you need to pull yourself out of it. And that was where my head was at. It was like, I don't need anyone. I'm going to save myself.
That's beautiful. And as you said, like things have changed obviously a lot personally over the last few years. Has your approach to writing music changed alongside that?
Yeah, my it's quite similar, but the way that I write these days compared to back in the day is a lot different. So I used to be so um words based in a sense that I would write a lot of the lyrics before I'd even have the beat, and then I would fit the words to the beat. And these days, instead of going doing it like that, I get the beat first and then figure out what words I want to put over the beat. So it's like I think it's helped with my flow a lot. Where I used to like read while I was recording, and I think that hinders the flow. And now what I'll do is when I've got it written, I'll memorize it off by heart when I'm recording it rather than reading it off a page, and that helps.
Cool. And on top of releasing your new album, we also are lucky for another tour. And you'll be touring the new album as well. Yes.
Yes, so the new album will be out on July 11th, which is a few weeks before the tour starts. So I will add in a bunch of songs off the album, but won't be performing the whole thing. I think we'll gradually add songs in there as we go over the next couple years.
And is there anywhere particular that you're looking forward to visiting on this tour? Any favorite venues?
The Forum in Melbourne is beautiful. I feel like that's one of the best venues to play in. And I played for my last album. We played there, and I sold like 1,000 tickets, and it's a 2,000 ticket venue. So it was like we had to shrink it down to make it look any good, and it wasn't that great. So this time, the fact that we're going to sell it out is really exciting, and I can't wait for that. But
Ticket sales have been crazy as well, and you're hitting like some iconic venues.
sorry.
But your ticket sales have been crazy, and you're hitting some iconic venues as well.
Yeah, that's been so good. Like, I haven't always, I don't know how the ticket sales are going to go. So when they do start flying, it's like, oh, this is awesome. This feels good.
I bet it would. And you've got Pez alongside you this tour.
Yeah, Pezage is coming out again, which is awesome.
Yeah, so you're definitely excited about that. And he's been having a tough time too. So I'm sure it'll be great for you guys to be together.
Yeah, it's man, like to see how much he's grown over the course of his life. I mean, both of us really, we've both had such a similar story where we played basketball together. We thought that we were going to play basketball for our careers, and then he got injured. He messed up his knee, and I went blind in my right eye, so that we were forced to not do basketball anymore. We both pivoted towards music. He had his success and I had mine, but we both went through some really dark stuff as well. And then to see both of us come past all that, like he's had two beautiful daughters, he's such a good dad, and um we've both it's just been such a similar journey, and to be on the other side of it together now and to like reconnect again, it's like our friendship is back to where it was back in the day when we first started hanging out. It's really fruitful.
And looking back at all that, what would be the biggest lesson that you've learned?
Mm. Um, I think the biggest lesson, biggest lesson, and the biggest part of that was finding God for me. Um, yeah, in the past, I kept trying to do things in my own strength, and I had no problem with constantly lying to myself and manipulating myself, especially when it comes to doing stuff like drugs and falling into addiction. Like even when I went to rehab, I came out and I was straight away manipulating myself to do drugs again. But because I was like, I justified it by like, because I was getting prescribed medicinal cannabis from a doctor. I was like, yeah, it's okay because it's from a doctor, you know. I was telling myself that. And then as soon as I found God, it was like this, I had this authority in my life that I could no longer lie to myself like that anymore. That's been awesome. Like I was trying to justify why I could smoke weed. It wasn't affecting me that badly. It wasn't destroying my life. So I could just continue doing it. And then as soon as I found God, it was like, no, I've got to stop this. I can't continue doing it. It was this ultimate authority.
Do you think you received much judgment from fans for that shift?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's been when I started sharing it on my story, I lost thousands of fans like instantly. It was pretty overnight. And there was a lot of hostility in my DMs and in certain posts there in the comments there was. But to be honest, I've actually been quite surprised at how supportive people have been. And I think that I know that religion is quite a polarizing topic. I know it's not for everyone, even though I think it is for everyone. But I think people have been so hurt by people misrepresenting faith and religion that a lot of people have a wall up to it. But I think people have just seen how much I've struggled in the past and just kept failing. Like I kept trying to sort my life out and kept messing up. And I think they probably can appreciate that this is what I need. You know, this is saving me from myself. And I think that seeing that, I think they just respect it, even if it's not for them.
I agree with everything you've said there. It's sad that some people feel that they can't keep supporting you for your music though because of a life choice.
Yeah, I think that's sad too, but look, I totally understand it. Like there's people in this world that claim to be Christian or whatever religion, and they give it such a bad name. they use it as an instrument of hate and to divide. Not everyone, mind you. This is just people on the fringes, and they give it a bad name. But I think it's yeah, I was also like that. Like I was so resistant to it and so cynical about it that I was never open to it at all because of people that had misrepresented it. But then when I actually went into it and explored it for myself, I realized that everything I thought it was is not what it is at all.
Well, you've become such an open book when it comes to mental health and your struggles. Do you feel like the industry has improved supporting artists going through tough times, or not so much?
Um,
Compared to when you were struggling to now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In a sense that it's a lot, it's definitely the stigma around it is not there anymore. I think people are way more understanding. Like if I was to call my management or hit up a label or something like that and say, look, I don't think I can do this show because my mental health is so bad, even though they'd lose a lot of money, I think they'd be understanding and they'd be compassionate. Where in the past, I think it would have been an issue. It would have been like, nah, you've got to do it no matter what kind of thing. I think the attitude towards it has definitely shifted.
And there's definitely, I suppose, being male, it makes it harder to, they tell you to hide it and toughen up and whatnot.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but for some reason that's how we are, and I think that's probably a cultural thing or how we're raised. You know, like my old man was a very like hard man, and you know, you don't really talk about your feelings and that. You just get on with it, and I think that's probably seeped its way into our mentality as well. But it's slowly coming. I think it's going the other way now. I think people are more open to seeking help and being vulnerable and understanding that you're not weak if you're going through stuff like that. And it's actually strength to talk about it. Like if you can be open about it and share what's happening, that's really courageous.
And it's great to have role models like yourself.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's really sweet.
Thank you. So we got about a minute and a half left, so a couple of fun questions.
Yep.
If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would you pick?
Oh, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah,
For sure, he would be the first person I would seek. And also, I mean, yeah, Kanye West, always been a favorite artist of mine. So I know that's probably going through what he's been doing lately is probably a wild choice, but I still love his music. So I'd definitely work with him.
you get caught up in all the conspiracy theories about Kanye.
Oh, like he's a clone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that. I mean, I don't know how real that stuff is. I've never gone down those rabbit holes, so I have no idea what to make of that.
don't go down them. What's your favorite drink?
Mm. Sparkling water these days. Oh, and actually, black tea. Like I'm really loving that at the moment. I drink Dilmah.
Great for your vocals.
Mm.
Favorite food?
Favorite food is steak.
Good one. You're not a true Aussie if you don't like steak.
Oh, it's if yeah, I love steak so much, eh?
What's in your pre-show playlist before you hit the stage?
It would be a lot of Hans Zimmer for
Yeah.
me. Anything that invokes my emotions.
And last one, if you could go back in time and give 2011 360 some advice, what would you say?
I would say to trust your instincts over everything. Like you're going to have people that think they know better, and you're going to think they know better because they've been around longer. But if your intuition is telling you something, always trust it.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much for chatting with me today.
No worries. No
And
worries.
I look forward to your next show.
Yeah, thanks so much. Hey,
Have a good one.
bye
I'll see
bye.
you later. Bye.